football clubs is like for quality players. So if I like you, I might shoot. It's my time. Oh yeah, this is it. You said what you like. I was thinking like that. I like that. It has taken my blood pressure way down.
Yeah. Actually, I know it's tough, man. Like, I would really, I ended up. There was a point where I started to only watch PSL teams that I thought were playing the type of football I like.
Yeah.
So you go to those, let's say I'm in Pretoria, go to those in Sundowns. But I like go to those in Babizula Park. You know, all those players. I go there because I want to watch this football is live. I think, I might not keep it. But I don't keep it that with Scout base.
Yeah.
With Scout message of that in it.
But I'm coming to
Wait. Stopping, you know what I mean? So even now, like, I don't even know this TV that is the what I do for me or what is it? I just weird. Whatever. Giving son now, they're trying to play was really here. That's what's superior. But I'm looking at it where you're like, I'm going off, right?
You know, funny enough, I was watching that highlights of that match that I don't know was those.
They lost to the football for what?
Yeah. And I was so confused. I was like, what the little big hill boys said? And so I want to understand it's the set because sometimes I was doing
you know that like you have a 10 that like offer to this 10.
Yeah.
Expect you to shop in 10.
And the way you look at it,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just wild, man.
Yeah, the Sundowns on the Liga result.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it's even with the odds.
Yeah.
It's tough. Everybody's trying to rather pursue to us.
And what? Okay, so what is it that makes Sundowns so clear? Is it the amount of states they have so in terms of depth of squad? Is it the quality of the squad? Is it coaching? What is it that makes them superior?
I think it's a combination of a number of things, and maybe wait that it was the trust that the board had on the coaches. To fight your own fans and say we are not going to go off this coach. Yeah. We have a flag, and we are going to plow money into this thing, and we are going to give this coach all the time he needs, and all the players he needs to achieve what we want. Because when management were they had to conquer Africa. They were already leaps and bounds ahead of the average players here. You know what I'm saying? And they had to bring an armful of players into the team. Sometimes, yes, it was a bit unfair because they brought plenty out of those players from the others in English.
And that's the big thing, it's like 33, 35 players.
Yeah.
Guys spent 2 seasons probably, so the question is, are they not now, with all that talent that they have, are they not now wasting it because only them can break, only team can be a game,
Yeah, I understand. But you look at us as a population,
and sure, but almost 60 million.
60 million people. I'm like, you can't tell me that what we think of like 40 players. So in the comments, the responsibility of our scouts to go deep, just find. I mean, if you are super sport connected, if you are on any part of Premier Chiefs, for help us.
But now in this country, at that level of things, there's a lot of cake.
That's true.
So now, how do you really get this general of a footballer, but now because man, either situations or certain things or certain people rather want to have this guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You remember when King Tauri closed down the Chiefs development team for a while?
Yeah.
He was citing that a lot of shenanigans been done.
Yeah.
So obviously age cheating. Some players get starting them because there's a whole lot. So maybe we need to fix those things. For us to get quality players, we need to literally fix those things.
Because what is there, we see it every time there's a tournament in the township. We see it every time there's a five-side tournament. We see it everywhere, every time. So it's just weird. It's the same question I asked Tatum the other day. Why are our players failing to make it at the level of the so-called European league? We take our players there, but they struggle. They're in and out of teams. They get loaned out here and there. They get homesick or whatever it is. They have a home and then they feel sad. You know what I mean? So the question I was asking is, what is that gap? What's that difference between our boys and girls? Once they get to those bigger clubs with who are more, I guess the level is at it and what is the difference? Why do we fail? Yes, we're good enough to be that. Wow, he deserves to go to Europe.
Yeah,
he gets to Europe. He goes to a second tier league.
Yeah,
or gets bought by an elite team, but then gets loaned out immediately to a second tier league. The first season, 3 seasons, he comes back every preseason. He doesn't cut it. He plays 2 or 3 games. The next day he's gone.
Yeah, Yeah.
So what's that difference?
I think generally, in South African players, we've got that stardom syndrome. Right? The moment you start playing for a big club, most of these boys, you can imagine from the townships, you operated so staggered for many years. From you to leave home, to get to training, come back, you hear the story of trouble, used to get into trades and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Then you get to a level of paying for Kaiser Chiefs. You've made it to most of us, to most of these players.
It's like not lack of ambition though.
It is. We need to almost change that mindset at a very custom level. That these players need to aim higher. I mean, it shouldn't be playing for Kaiser Chiefs. It should almost be I want to win the European Champions.
I used to, when I was a kid, I used to play for vuvuzelas. I used to play with a squad man called Sheets and that.
Okay.
So every time during training or during a game, whenever I was at school, I celebrate and every time after that, he would come and say, why do you celebrate like you're in the Champions League?
Yeah.
And I'd be like, because that's where I want to be.
That's where I want to be.
The Champions League. So it's almost like these boys, now I want to play for Sundowns, they paid $450 a month. Be a celebrity in South Africa. Lifestyle. Chill.
But let me flip it. Do you not think that the Sundowns players have different types of ambition as compared to the rest of the PSL players because of what management is chasing?
Yeah, but I think some of these youngsters trying to go, okay, there's one youngster he's going to the MLS now. But again, it's in the MLS.
Yes.
It's not Premier League. It's not Premier League. It's not La Liga, you know what I mean?
But what's good about it is Sundowns puts you in a platform where you can now interact with those those types. When they are playing champions with champs, you can deal with Barcelona players, and definitely once you interact with those players, you realize this is where I want to, because the level of football is totally different. As a Sundowns player, I'm held back home. As I'm a superstar, I'm facing down. But when I meet these guys, you know what I'm saying. Yeah. But if Chiefs management is not chasing that, if Orlando Pirates technical directors are not chasing that, how am I going to chase it as a player? Because all they are chasing is tier thing.
But then I would question your reasons for playing football. Like, my man, if for me, if you want to play football at the highest level cannot be PSL.
I agree with you.
You want to win the Ballon d'Or. You want to play for a team in the Bundesliga, in La Liga, in some pro league. That's where everything's going. You know what I mean? But you gotta have more ambition than just the PSL. And I feel like we've always taken, okay, now this is with these young boys from academies. We apparently what to get academies, we send them boys in the big games now.
Okay.
More regular than we used to, but I mean, still, the guy that makes it, or the guy that goes overseas, can't play in the PSL is 25.
Yeah.
Like, that's too old.
That's too old. That's not a youngster.
No, and we've got this youngster.
He's hungry. No, you need to be there playing the best football of your life.
You need to get your pride. Look at Moises Caicedo. He's 21. He's from Colombia.
Yeah.
I stand corrected, but the economy of Colombia and South Africa might not be that far apart.
Yeah.
He's playing at the highest level now.
Yeah.
He's just been sold for 105 million. When our players see things like that, aren't they like, hey man, I want to be as good as that guy,
yeah,
so that I can have as much pedigree as that guy to be wanted by a club of the pedigree of Chelsea.
Yeah.
And with the price tag, they're like, yeah, we're willing to pay 100 million for this that good.
So you are right. Me as a player, I need to have very ambition. Number.
Yeah.
But for it to also continue to be fueled up, you need a background where when I come to train, I know that maybe a pumpkin, but people tell me, boys, you're not here to stay. You're not here to play for Kaiser for the rest of your life. You could be as good as you are. And our team, the team, like they say, teaching your brother.
Yeah.
We need to make money for this team.
Yeah.
I need to sell me. At some point, when we've played for 3 seasons, at some point, I need to see, yes, you won the cups. You know, you ends up bought t-shirts, you bought fans from stadium. But at a certain level, we need to make our and sing. We've sent 2 players to the Bundesliga. We've sent a player to Spain. You know what I'm saying? These guys have paid 40 million bonds for this type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's weird. It's not just the responsibility of the players, it's the responsibility of the environment. Because
we've hosted the World Cup, we've got the best environment, we've got the so-called best stadiums.
Yeah.
But be making concerts. Taylor Swift. Like yesterday in the football stadium, or why is it keep it of a steel? No, because there's not enough football.
There's not enough food.
You know what I mean? It's weird.
Yeah, no, that's true, man.
But coming back to the whole loyalty thing of fans, right? This thing,
you're talking about this 1,000.
Yeah, we're talking about this together. Yeah, like, can you switch clubs, right? So Tato had his opinion. Because that is his opinion. I want to quit a club and say I'm not supporting a football club in the PSL again.
Okay.
Because then, like, I imagine now I was supporting Peter Cheetah and now I'm opening the Sundowns. It's a game. What is that?
Yeah.
So what's your take on it?
Look, especially with PSL, I'd say it's too personal to move from, say, I was a Baga fan and now it's a Liga because it's just like hey.
Back in the day, somebody would get necklace for it.
Yeah.
You understand? So now, and it's the same way when Chips and Pirates, for example, used to start now having the same sponsor.
Yeah.
Some fans were like, no, with it, but you know what? I also been.
Must be 90 minutes.
You know what I mean? I always was, but you have to you know what I mean? So as a fan now, you're thinking, this team, where we won in
10 years.
There you go. 10 years. You think what that? You know what I mean? You had won tags for 10 years and teams around you are winning. And the price then conversation is a bit humiliating because guys guys are always at your kids. So like how do you what do you do?
So let's as a fan, so you go back to that foundation.
Yeah.
So I as a fan, I'm a staunch Kaizer Chiefs. But I'm aware of winning. And we are not in and out of winning. I watched the Kaiser Chiefs of the Shakespeare one, and then I don't you know what I'm saying? You watch top strikers who build on the who put in those were the players. And you look at the kind of now of players' coaches, and you see we need to unearth another. I haven't seen a tournament to support on this, but I can't. The team, I'm too new to the team to do. I might give it a break.
That's what saying. Like, hey, if you're in that way, surely you're allowed to take a break.
Maybe from watching the game, maybe from going to the stadium, because I'm not a right? But I know deep down that I'm still. If these boys come out, you know what? I'll put on my career game. I'll rather hand the team or what. And then when you go international, I used to support Arsenal.
Oh wait, used to.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm used to. I'm a retired Arsenal support. Yeah, I'm formerly retired Arsenal support because the type of players that do me to Arsenal.
Yeah.
We at an era the management, the club was they were going for a certain type of player because they wanted community. But then it's by Arsenal as well.
Yes. Yeah.
The vuvuzelas, the Thierry Henry, Freddie Lumbe, Robert Pires. I mean, this was 49 beating Chapter team. You know? And then you watch the same club sell those players. Thierry went to Barcelona, Fabregas left, left. And this was the new generation that was supposed to sustain this club. But the same players left, and what happened to us now? Then we came at the top 5 team, couldn't even cut to 1/5 of the Champions.
So what if that was the main thing? Qualify for the Champions League. You don't have to win trophies. Qualify for the Champions League. Sell these players at the highest bank.
Yeah,
and make us money. That's me as the board.
You as the board. So now in this relationship, you've decided to change. And I want consult over. When I offer another share. You are not deciding over the one place are you and the fan wants trophies.
And the fan wants trophies.
We want to break to Man United. But the key of a point where even Man City surpassed all of these guys.
Yeah.
You know, because the drivers, they fight the money, they got all that oil money coming in.
What is this? What say?
Oil money came in and City started buying.
Yeah.
Arsenal was saying, I was like, I cannot afford to get Ajax support because Arsenal just felt like Ajax. We are now a development ground for Real Madrid. We are development ground for.
I used to go Arsenal, the school academy of football.
Yes.
In the Premier.
Yeah.
Because that's
they downplayed it.
It's like get a nice young player. Oh, plays 1 or 2 seasons. He's great. Seven.
There was no way Arsene Wenger was going to sustain that much. Yeah, because at some stage Arsene Wenger became a winner.
Yeah.
And then the board shifted.
Yeah.
The old rules.
Yeah.
And then Arsene Wenger is supposed to now be a development coach. Like I'm so sorry. Maybe I thought that. Well, he making the money.
Hey, he was making the money.
But I, as a fan, I decided after I retired from Arsenal, I said I'm going to support players.
Yeah.
So if I like you,
I watch your team.
I'll watch your team. It doesn't matter which team you play.
So now, what happened to that number 4 jersey?
Hey man, I used to have a team number.
Yeah, exactly. What happened to it? Yeah, where is it? You know, because Tika says he threw his Barcelona, Messi number 10 away because he's a Madrid fan.
Yeah.
He said he threw it away. So throw it away can mean many things.
Yeah.
It could be still in the career.
Yeah.
He sleeps with it. In secret, because he's a secret Messi fan.
Yeah.
Or he's breaked it or he's giving it away. What did you do with yours?
I just grew old. And it's just 10 years of the washing machine. Then.
So it's there, but you're not even.
I don't even know where it is anymore. God. So now Tikas is why they think they're hybrid?
Yeah.
Because now he's supporting. He likes Messi.
Yeah.
But he's really wanting this support.
Yeah.
He's got between support these players. Go out and say Messi. Look, Messi is the best.
But that's difficult. Yeah. Like I wanted the Zinedine Zidane number 21 Juventus.
Yeah.
I wanted it pink.
In pink?
No, my man. It's probably going to itch when I put it on.
Why?
Because I support Milan. Mister, what the hell am I doing?
Oh, yes! So you and AC Milan support, but you can't have that.
You see that? I was like, okay.
But why not this you at Madrid, the number 5?
My man, I support Milan.
No, but this...
And there's another thing actually. We tend to, as South African fans, we tend to support an English team, a Spanish team, an Italian team, Bundesliga team, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm saying, but what do you mean?
What do you mean?
So if you support Arsenal and Barcelona play at the Champions League final, who are you supporting?
Yeah.
You get it? Like, that's crap.
Yeah. Hey.
Come on, choose a side.
So nothing the European League gives us that flexibility as South African football supporters.
No.
You can have a local team and support your local team. And out there, you are not to support anybody. And
Yeah, but you stick to that one body that you support.
no. Do you know how many merchandise I have? Like sometimes I go through my wardrobe.
Yeah.
And I've got Brazil, I've got PSG, I've got Real Madrid, I've got you name it. You know, if I like a player and I like the jersey, I will go out there and buy it. It doesn't matter.
So you don't necessarily have loyalty for those teams.
No.
You just support whatever they're doing at the time that you support it.
Yeah.
At the time that you feel like, okay, I want to buy this guy's jersey because they've got Mbappe. I like
Because I like one. And at that time, and it works.
So you're only loyal to your native.
Native of that. Native.
Everything else is.
Everything else is affected.
So I'm because I would like I don't support anyone.
So you've been with Milan.
I don't support anyone except Milan.
I will go buy an Ibrahimovic jersey. And Milan Ibrahimovic. And I'll go and buy a Barcelona Ibrahimovic. And where else did he play? Did he go to
PSG.
PSG?
Milan.
Because I like the play.
LA Galaxy. Look, I'll buy the LA Galaxy one. You know why? Because I don't want people in LA Galaxy.
Okay,
The team I support doesn't go Pizua. It's LA Galaxy.
It's Galaxy. Yeah. Or the Swedish one.
No, you see, but my point is that, let's say I would get a Victor Osimhen from Napoli shirt.
Right.
Okay.
Because I like Victor Osimhen.
Right.
I don't care for Napoli. I know Maradona used to play.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
But I would buy a Osimhen shirt because it's him.
Right.
The team that he plays for is not the point.
Okay.
It's because it's the player.
So hence there's that separation that natively where you're from is one team. Like there you're not about. There's no switching.
Kaiser Chiefs to the end, man.
Right?
I'm a question to the end.
Europe and other leagues, it's good of what about good for us all.
And then you can do it.
Yeah.
Fine. But yeah, man, you are allowed to be, you know, you.
So with I being only a supporter of one club across the board, am I denying myself indulgence, or am I just a loyal guy who is just,
Yeah, you are denying yourself indulgence because AC Milan had an era and they haven't won in a long time.
Okay, let's not. Okay, next. Next topic. So, World Cup. The World Cup. Spain, England. No, for real, World Cup.
Guys, you know what? I'm watching this World Cup now.
Yeah.
And women's football has come a long way.
No, it has. Never has.
Big time.
Yeah, it has.
It's the quality that you see on the pitch.
Yeah.
The technical ability. The shots that these women take.
Shout out to Linda Caicedo. Linda Caicedo. That Colombiana. Oh my gosh, that girl.
No, man.
Talent
proper.
Yeah.
I was watching was it Spain, Sweden?
Yes.
I I watched Spain, Sweden, and before, who did Sweden beat? Was it USA?
Yeah.
In the quarterfinals.
Yes, yeah.
And they played the same type of game.
Really?
They pack. Maybe it's not that they're packing, maybe the team that they're playing is a bit technically superior. And you see this team forcing themselves on them for 90 minutes.
Yeah.
So they hold, they go, they hold.
Yeah.
What made me a bit angry about their play is the moment they concede the goal, suddenly they have the ability to play.
But it's also with the men's teams. Men's teams also do that. You will find the team will sit back. As soon as they concede, all of a sudden,
they're pushing.
street passes, starting to attack. Like, God, what were you waiting for? You know what I mean? Yeah.
They did the same thing. Their goalkeeper was just exceptional.
Yeah.
They did the same thing with USA. USA was the best. They should have been. They should have played Spain.
Yeah.
But Sweden sucker punched them at the end. I think once or twice.
Yeah.
They tried to pull the same thing with Spain. Luckily Spain.
Yeah, that was Spain.
Yeah.
You can see that you know that thing visually.
So Spain is in the finals.
Yeah, and England is in the finals.
Is this what England has been waiting for?
Since 1966?
Yeah.
No, I think England should continue to win. Talk about George Best.
Just there.
All them guys.
To the English fans, you finally made it to the finals.
Yeah, no, Spain,
Yeah.
you do the thing.
Did you see the Australia captain goal?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I know what's her name.
Sam Kerr.
Sam
Kerr.
Yeah.
From her half.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I like what the commentary said. After that goal, it's like there is no woman or man alive in world football that can top Sam Kerr right now.
Wow.
That was a ridiculous.
Top of the world.
Top of the world, that's it.
Yeah.
And they would see the agony in her face when they would see that the second goal.
Yeah.
Like, guys, after I go back
they were going to make history basically.
Yeah. And but I think the team that deserves to win the finals are in the finals.
Look, I'm disappointed mostly with Morocco. I think they were very meek against France.
Okay.
That's not how. When we beat them at AFCON, they were not playing like that.
Oh.
No, they were playing.
They were playing.
Yeah, that's why our level was also we had to play.
Yeah.
You know, and obviously I'm disappointed with us because what are we doing? Why are we packing the bus? I mean,
why are we packing the bus?
And we've got the Mbappe-esque striker there.
Yeah.
Let's play. We've got borders.
You got all the players stop.
Why we fucking the bus and trying to you know, that's not our football. So that was that one. And then I think for me the other disappointment was Colombian, mainly because of the way they played the football. I can imagine a Spain-Colombia final. The football,
total football.
Wow, it would have been great.
Guys, we're talking about women's football and we're talking total football. Imagine that. So around the South Africa game, do you think it might have been stage fright? Do you think when you play?
Nah, those are tactics. I didn't stage fright. I've almost felt like those girls were being held back.
Okay.
And that's why possibly they chose the keeper that they chose, because she can keep.
She can keep.
So therefore, let's keep it to Tabi will run down.
Yeah, it can run.
For me, and what's worse is that Tabi runs that way and the ball kicks that way. So what's the point? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But hey, it is what it is. But for me, I think it was just skate tactics. No, let's just if you can get out of the last 16, then we win. For me, I'm like, hey man, you're better than that.
Yeah.
You've got very good players technically.
Yeah.
And compared to the countries we play with, who play Champions League, who play elite women's football.
Yeah.
And we can't. Who cares? If they play Champions League. Well, let's beat them so they can play short and then
dribble these guys. Dribble these guys.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dribble these guys, score, play the football that we know.
Yeah.
Yes, like the Swedish, they're tall.
Yeah.
Sharp. Okay, then Pete doesn't.
Okay, let's buy two of it.
More sharp as Spy2. Sharp as Spy2. You understand what I'm saying? So that was for me the whole thing. But I thought it wasn't the girls being scared. I felt it was the tactics being applied. No, guys, let's absorb pressure, and then as soon as we can't dispossess, we hit it to Tell me, you just go and do your thing. Tell me is tired. By half time, she's having a pump.
She's been running.
And when she gets the ball, the support is not enough.
Yeah.
By the time we support her, she's already decided to take a shot.
I remember I actually asked you for our number 10. I came on.
Yeah, she was.
Maybe it goes to the tactics that we absorb pressure, we defend. When we get the ball, we don't play the ball.
We don't play.
We don't give it to
feel it.
We don't feel that.
If you're a technical player, you feel the ball.
Yeah.
You know, during warm up, you would never go to warm up without the ball.
Yeah.
Even if you're gonna start with your stretching and all that stuff, but
yes,
at some point you gotta feel the ball, because that's what will now from being get you in chakra mode.
Yeah.
And then
and you're able to suss yourself against the defenders that you're playing against. That midfield, the more you attack it, the more you dribble around it. You can feel that. No, man, I can pass this guy.
I can pass. It's there.
There's nothing here.
It's a feeling as well. Yeah. So that's why I feel like even our number 10, she wasn't. I don't think she was a self, man.
Yeah.
I don't think she was a self. I don't know if it's the whole now publicity around the old Sapphire thing. Yeah. I don't know what it was, but those girls were held back.
So
and yet being held back, they still pulled off something that our guys have never done. You feel imagine if they were unleashed. Release the Kraken. You know what I'm saying? Let them play.
So sorry, when you touched the Sapphire side. So do you think our national team, women's national team, should be paid the same as the male?
In the context of our country and our national teams, so I think firstly we need a league.
Okay.
We need a professional league. We need a WPSL.
Okay.
That's what we need.
Yeah.
All these sponsors that are sponsoring the PSL must say, hey, women, they should. That's it.
Well funded,
right?
Yeah.
In terms of the national teams, these girls in the city pay what they need to be paid. FIFA must leave their net into Hasana's account, not into SAF. SAF, the women.
Yeah.
You are dealing with competition.
Yeah.
So, but in terms of generally, I think, first of all, it needs to start with facility. If these girls can able to be given the same resource, the same environments, the same atmosphere as the men, they'll surpass what the men are doing. But you know what I mean? The men, they're giving 250,000 a month.
Yeah,
I believe for she's a belief for.
That's a big statement. That's a big statement against the.
Hey, the proof is in the pudding, man.
So the pudding, yeah.
The proof is in the pudding. We need more of these girls to go play overseas. I mean, you see the channels that we done. Take me with it. I think to Madrid. We need our girls to be in the Barcelona so that they can show that you are here. You try to be playing for Saddam City. Yeah, the cheap.
We have a champion.
The cheapest way, my man.
Yeah,
you understand?
Yeah.
Tell me now. And even our number 10 who plays for Scotland, and they just won the Scottish League.
Yeah.
They are now competing with the so-called elite, and they are competing at the same level. Yeah. And now they can also be eligible for what? The Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
Why not? We only have been McCarthy Champions League final.
Yeah.
Gold medal. We only have hit. We don't have. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The African male Ballon d'Or was George Weah, the great George Weah, President. Yes, I mean that number 9. He's the only African Ballon d'Or with even Roger Miller won. And Roger Miller, you could argue he was also the great, So they have the need to get there. That's why I talk about ambition. Are we, my man? Hey, these guys.
so I'm of the opinion that if you play for a national team, Bafana Bafana and Banyana should be paid the same base salary.
Yeah, because they're representing their country.
Their country.
Yeah.
Maybe I could differ in terms of other income. Could be when we get to sponsorships. If you're not pulling the numbers, you can't ask for the same type of remuneration.
I don't understand. You understand what I'm saying? And it should start with a professional league. That's where the numbers are going to come from.
Yes.
Once we have a professional league, we have a Southern leagues, Paris leagues, Super Sport leagues, Skokule leagues, all in one league.
And I think even when you compare the last 2 years, Banyana did what Bafana Bafana
Could help
have never done.
Yeah.
You understand?
They won the African, the first Women's African Cup of Nations, and then they get to the knockout rounds of the Women's World Cup.
Yeah.
Bafana Bafana can dream.
It's a pipe
It's a dream. So I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
When you say the base salary must be the same,
Yeah.
because it's a country. Then you say, okay, bonuses, the extra stuff. I mean, I hope Banyana got
For a lot more.
more. Those Bafana Bafana,
They went to the last 60
because they deserve it.
Yeah.
They won Women's Champions League, the African Cup of Nations, and the knockout rounds of the World Cup.
Yeah.
That deserves more than anything.
Yeah. And I think their performance, to be honest, they have spoken for us to South Africans to say, guys, we have something. These girls can play.
Yeah.
And you are right. Maybe their performance at the World Cup, maybe it will galvanize.
I remember those guys are going to make panels and all this talk.
Let's talk about
2 years down the line, there's still no
action.
Remember, politicians.
Yeah.
Leave politics away from football.
Away from football.
Let footballers run football.
Okay.
Let business people run the business of football.
Yeah.
And then sponsors run the sponsorship of football.
And then
Let's say it.
yeah.
So now here's the caveat, right? There's this notion that from a general point of view, not just by another fan, from a general point of view, that women's football and men's football should they be paid the same? So here's a caveat to that question, in that from a footballing point of view, there are pushbacks, right? There's one opinion that says the bicycle kick that Cristiano does, Juventus in the Champions League,
Yeah.
no woman can pull that off, because that is a superhuman ability that
We are now talking about an exceptional world class player. At
100%. But the argument is that men and women should be paid the same.
yeah, so let's pick Cristiano Ronaldo being top of the food chain of male football.
Right.
It's him, it's Zlatan. I mean, the basketball kicks you see.
Yeah.
And then let's pick a woman that is at the top tier of women football
100%.
and see how. Yeah.
So that's the caveat, and that's what I think Tapo touched on as well earlier. That it's impossible to pay males and females the same because of that, because of the exceptional individual brilliance that these male footballers have shown us over the years and continue to show us. You can go back to the Maradona 86 World Cup, where the hand of God, the dribble, dribbling everybody, the Cristiano Ronaldo bicycle kick. There's an Indian Zidane 2002 Champions League versus Bayer Leverkusen.
Yeah.
When it deflected from across.
Yeah.
Those are special moments that where the argument is that can women's football get to those types of events? And if the answer is yes, then by all means, let's all pay them the same.
I think there's an element we are not seeing. As the women's football improves, and it has greatly improved, there's the modern football and modern life. Modern life is can I sell? I do sell as a player.
Okay.
And it's not just from team to team. There are players that have stage. I mean, when this player just posts something on Instagram, it goes viral.
Hashtag Neymar. Yeah.
And these women are here now, and they can make this football sexy.
Right.
They can make this football thing become. They can own. They have a place that they can own.
Yeah. They take the industry.
In the industry. I mean, you can say Cristiano Ronaldo is a sexy type of footballer. Right? There are women players out there that can read the same. I mean, she can be topper of the pitch and topper on the pitch.
Right.
And if Gillette wants to partner with you, if Adidas want to partner with you, and you can bring them down, why shouldn't you pick them? Pick them.
But you see now, that's a different conversation because now you're talking endorsements.
Yeah.
Where that's up to the pedigree of the individual player.
But if I bring such endorsement, because if I sit here and I'm a brand.
So you say if Adidas comes to sorry, Nike for a little bit, to Cristiano, and there's Marta, so you say Adidas will pay Cristiano more than Marta, or
no,
they should be paid the same because they're all the same pay.
What I'm saying is, if Adidas pays Cristiano and Marta big money,
Right.
it doesn't matter whether they are paid the same amount. If they ain't a big money,
As long as it's big money.
as long as it's big money.
Okay.
And as a club,
Right.
you need to know what job. When you come to me as Marta, as a woman play football, you need to understand you are buying the brand, and you need to pay this brand. You understand? Because this brand is already pulling so much. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think, yes, for a while, women, men will, women.
So from a commercialization point of view, you say yes.
I say
from a sporting point of view, what do you say? From that comparison, Cristiano Ronaldo Champions League, the bicycle kick.
It boils down to that does the club, can the club afford to have
Their player, their star female player, their star male player, pending on the same wage doing contract.
If the club can afford it, the club should pay it.
Okay. What do you think?
It's very complicated.
It is, right?
Very complicated because I think you always find many opinions of the same thing.
Yeah.
I think, simply put, let's say simple English. If you bring in the same, you deserve the same. So for example,
That's what socialism.
No. See now we're getting to politics.
Okay.
Now
the politics. Politics.
So I'm saying, let's say if the men's Brazil national team wins the World Cup,
Right.
and the women's Brazil national team wins the World Cup,
Right.
they should be the same.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because if you pay the women's less, then if you pay them less, then you're implying that the women's World Cup is not as vested.
See, it goes down to my statement. And at base, it's like if you're in sales, badly, you've got a base salary, and then on what do they call it? Commission base. It's performance commission base. Because they can both win the World Cup.
Right.
Does your World Cup pull the viewership? If for the Women's World Cup pulls the same viewership as the Men's World Cup, then equality must be born.
Well, this put it in the Brazil context.
Yeah.
Brazil at the World Cup are synonymous like tigers on the sports on the tigers.
Sports on the
what? Stripes on the tigers.
That's what they are.
Right.
Yeah.
So regardless whether it's female or male, it's the World Cup.
If it's pulling the same, they should be picked the same.
And if it's, but with the context of Brazil, it can't not be pulling the same. Right. would I be wrong? I mean, is female football big in Brazil as much as in Africa?
Actually, as mentioned, pro male football is a religion in that country. They love.
That's my point.
That's something that they.
The fact that football is a religion in that country, should that not already say?
But can you honestly think they prove the state?
I don't know.
I think they are not there yet.
But now, see, that's not at club then. It's at national level.
National level.
At club level, I can understand.
So FIFA as an entity, they involve.
The Brazilian FA as the owners of the male football team and the female football team, right? They say to these two teams, you guys must go win us the World Cup. The males will win the World Cup.
So basically, somebody is
The same. Yeah. They come back both having won the World Cup.
Then the bonuses must be the same because you both won the World Cup. Because the World Cup is the World Cup.
So you understand. So the World Cup is the World Cup. So the idea is, are we diminishing the same competition in the female side of things?
I want to ask the question: where does the bonus money come from, and how much is it for both teams? Right. Because if FIFA says we want to pay the Brazilian national team, men's national team, let's say 50 billion for winning, and then the women's team 42 billion.
No, see, then that defeats the debate. So because we're saying it shouldn't be the same because it's.
But FIFA will say, as a company, as an entity, you are not pulling enough.
Putting enough what?
Maybe as this tournament, as a female tournament, it's not really like enough revenue
for us to be able to give it.
That is, yes.
So whose job is it to make sure that the women's game, from a commercial point of view, is at the same level as the men's game? In order then for FIFA and other FAs to say, all right, you can nuggets.
I think it's not even, it doesn't, shouldn't go to commercialization and looking at those tests. They should beat us, the feds. If
going to the stadium,
if the feds are there, the money will come.
Stadiums,
but for example, the men's Champions League final, last season, Man City, Inter Milan, it was ridiculous. Smokes. Right. There were fires in the stadium, chanting, jumping, flags.
Out for the league.
They were crazy. Right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but the Women's Champions League was Barcelona and Wolfsburg.
Yes.
In the final.
And Wolfsburg.
You even the energy. As you're saying, the people, the fans, people need to give them the same energy because they naturally clubs, because football is football, we love football. But it's a business. Right. If the clubs, like you're saying, if the clubs are saying, hey, Paramara, these women are pulling in, like our stadium is
pulling them out.
We don't even have enough tickets. How many times Premier League preseason sold out? Right? If the women's was the same, then over a certain period of time, because of that accumulation, then the clubs, if they say, well, they will say no, but now you just don't like women's. Because at that point, there's no reason, because you're giving them the same through performance, winning, the branding, Then for example, Chelsea can say, okay, men's club, we can spend 150 million on Caicedo. Actually, there's this Linda Caicedo, and then there's this Linda Caicedo. We're gonna buy for 90 because she is able to give us the same. In terms of equity, to say, okay, she can provide us this brand, this image, and she's doing all that. Same football terms. She's young, she's got good skill. We use the same terms. Then, if they pay them less after that, then that's another conversation. Now we're talking discrimination and so on.
Yes. So Simon Jordan, our favorite pundit, said it was disrespectful for the females. For the England female head coach to be not considered, but in the conversation of taking over from Gareth Southgate, he said it was disrespectful, right? So okay, I didn't watch the entire trip, but what it would be interesting to find out what is disrespectful. So are we saying if we can say men are able to coach women's clubs, are we saying women must also be able to coach men's teams or not?
A good coach is a good coach.
Yeah.
Right?
Full stop.
Full stop.
And we you just look at the whole technical team, right?
Right.
There are women doctors.
Right, 100%. Yeah.
That's all the
touch types. Yeah, 100%.
Physician, yeah, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but a coach can be a female coach if she can do that job and sustain the pressures of it. Then hey man, that's a coach.
Let a coach and she must be getting paid the same as if it was a male coach.
Yeah,
Because it's the same job, same
And
stress.
what do you say about now the culture of male football in the dressing room now? In the dressing
things hanging.
now. Besides things hanging, just the culture of the dressing room as guys.
That actually,
The aggression, with what?
Ravano, yeah.
Is that not? Hey, I ain't trying to be. Yeah, but is that not? Is that not a concern? Maybe. Not for the safety of the coach, no, not for that, but just because culturally, I can imagine that this. Okay, I know the male football dressing room. My man, it goes down.
Yeah.
I don't know the female dressing room. I'm sure maybe one of our guests one day will tell us.
Yeah.
But from a awkwardness, comfort, harassment, snowflake generation, hashtag. If the coach feels offended or awkward, somehow, some bias, a behavior of some other players in the dressing room, either maybe after a huge win or, you know what I mean? Like, how do we mitigate those types of environments for, if now we can say, all right, the female coach or manager managed the male team. How do we mitigate environments like that?
Okay, so before we answer the question, how do you feel about men's coaches, women's team? Because now you've got a man.
For me, it's
In the situation.
For me, it's awkward though. For me, it's awkward because you have to have a certain type of understanding to the human side of us as males and us as females.
Now you have to deal with 23 of these people.
You understand? So I can imagine as a man the amount of patience you have to have. Right? So for me, it's awkward. So I'm also a bit iffy about it because, hey man, at the end of the day, yes, there's certain things that can be fluid in life, and there are certain things that should not be fluid in life.
You almost have to bring a certain level of professionalism and hunt it and ensure that.
But from the human, I get the professionalism. From the human point of view, you have out of 22 players, you have 5 of your best players on PMS. You're a man. You're trying to get them to get ready to prepare to work. And how do you deal with those emotions as a man? You feel me? That's why I say you probably need, the first thing is patience. But if you're a woman, you know what it's not. So you will figure out strategies that will enable for those players not to still be prepared, but in a way that accommodates the way they are, the human things that they are going through at the time.
So the way you're putting it, what I'm reading is you are saying it will be more difficult for a man to coach a woman's team, but it should be almost okay, natural for a woman to step into the main person because she won't be dealing with the.
Oh no, I'm saying the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm actually awkward about the same thing with the male coaching females in the female coaching males because we were in the changing room.
Yeah.
Over male dressing room.
Yeah.
But mate, we are there with our sports trunks, half naked. We go shower. The showers are there.
There's only one coach. This coach is still on the job. If this coach is professional, you can hang your willy all you want.
Yeah, but other than just hanging willies, there's behavioral things that guys do. It's testosterone. It's
Okay, but then that would just boil down to the coach, right? If
whether she feels comfortable or not.
not even whether she accepts the job because she understands.
The culture.
She will know.
That coach is a sportswoman.
She's a sportswoman.
She understands the having because the very first woman that did that job of a male. Okay, the problem is that there already has been females coaching male clubs in the lower tier teams around Europe and the world. But the minute a popular one, headliner happens, we're gonna have to be prepared for the feminist. We're gonna have to be prepared for the easily offended, because now there's gonna be shorts, clips on social media after a victory, after one, and things happening, and there's this woman there, and maybe she might, you feel me? Then the feminist, but yeah, misogyny, this. So to realize you feel me?
But to your point, that the women are there. It's just that maybe they're not the focal point, because they're not the head coach.
Right.
But they are there in the person.
Yes.
Because some of these are physical trainers.
Yes. Physiotherapists.
They exist. Some of them are, if they are physical trainers, I must be part of the strategy. I need to get these strikers into the right physique, because we're going to be playing this team in the next 2 months.
How many male club technical teams have, technical team, not the doctors and psychological teams, the technical team have women in it. And how many technical teams in female football have men in it?
So, look, I don't have the number and I don't know, but...
right, so just from a general point of view, right? So having watched the World Cup up until the final today, right? In the female technical area, in the female football technical area, it's a mixed bag. The male, female, doesn't matter. The head coach is female, the assistant is male, and vice versa, and the video analyst is female, etc., etc., etc. In the middle, how many women are in that technical area?
Minimal.
Very minimal. Yeah. You understand? And that's the level I'm talking about. Yeah. It's all good and well to say, yes, women should. Great, I love it. Women are our queens. They deserve everything and their grandma, right? But let's consider those types of things as well. Is that we want this transition to happen this quick, but how many coaches does Man United? How many female coaches does Man United have in their first team? You understand? How many does Madrid? How many does Barcelona? How many does Bayern?
But
how many does Sundown? How many does
the fact that we are saying minimal? It means things must change, because the same thing has been said in different atmospheres. Maybe we're talking corporate, or we're talking national politics. That there's not enough women.
Right.
And if you look over the years, the women have been brought into the boardroom, into executive levels. And
unmarried. Well, technically.
Oh yeah, whether unmarried or they were fast tracked and they were put on some program too. Right. But once they are there and they are performing, then it's a merit. Right. If they are men and they suck, then they suck, But
make no puns. No pun intended. So hey.
So maybe we need to get to that point. Hey, this woman she has played football. She has pushed. She has played this football. She has played this football at the highest level. Right. Why can't Posham Disabo and coach African models?
African models still exist.
For the
Olympic test. Why you gonna baby?
Why can't she go to
right.
Because we've seen her play, and if you respect her as the management team, and you respect her mind and what she's going to bring to the club, and give her a job, try her out, and see, maybe she might be an assistant coach, and maybe she might elevate to being a head coach of the men. If she's good, allow her to coach. That's my job.
So that's then the challenge or topic for the male fraternity to say,
now you must accept as a player. You must.
Yeah, it's almost the same conversation with female referees. I remember albeit at amateur level, when we started to have female referees. Hey man, yo, some of us are rough on the pitch, right? We talk smack. You know when they say Lionel Messi talks smack on the field, at like literally that offensive level, you know, you hear players like that.
Yeah.
Whether to yourself, whether to your teammate, whether to the opponent,
Yeah.
or whether to the coaches outside because they can't shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
To let you do the telling court what you want to dribble, and you can see this guy.
And the language used
You understand?
can go to the middle at all.
You understand? But there's a female ref here, and I'm so now I have to say what I want to say in another language so that she doesn't hear.
We must start saying it all. What?
So that's the question. Is it not offensive? Is it not?
What Marco Materazzi said to Zizou was offensive and it was wrong.
But we see our behavior as players, I feel becomes different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like how we go and run at the referee now. Hey, what? What? You know? And then now
He says, I'm good enough for the EPL.
it puts as enough in front of her face, bro. She's gonna feel like, hey, I'm arresting you.
If you believe that the caliber of referees that this we shouldn't be intimidated by this guy.
So in other words, these referees,
No, see, what you're saying is now a conversation of professionalism.
yes,
You know your job.
right. So I was about to say, so these referees they need to be trained together.
That the players themselves must learn to be professional.
Yeah, but the referees, the male and female referees, have to be trained together and officiating the same games in order for the level
Yeah.
to be balanced, so that it shouldn't matter whether it's an all-female official or an all-male.
Because now
And regardless whether it's a World Cup final of the men's, the officiation, including the VAR, is all female. It should get to that level where it's okay.
because now
We understand it.
exactly. Because now imagine for whatever reason there's one game coming up, Premier League game, and the normal order in terms of order the male referees are not available for whatever reason.
Yeah.
In any hypothetical reason, and then there's female coaches and female referees. Now we're not gonna add them because
Yeah.
guys, it's only gonna be you are a referee. If they
Yeah,
are
it's not
you must handle the game.
And our referees are not the same. That's
And in fact, the roster shouldn't have all the referees, male and female.
yes.
It shouldn't matter
shouldn't.
because okay, yes, for example, let's say the player gets aggressive. That's not the referee's fault.
Right.
The player needs to professional
professionally handle.
right? The player needs to understand, hey, this is the ref. They control the game. Male, female doesn't matter,
Right.
because now, see, then now it becomes a personal thing. Depends on the player, depends on the person. But in terms of the rules,
Yeah.
baseline.
Yeah.
If you're good at what you do, and you're a professional, you are going to.
You're going to
All right. Perpendicularly, West Ham.
yeah.
Gets a decision wrong by the ref. I forgot it was West Ham versus what.
Yeah.
Gets a decision wrong by the ref. He gets pissed off, picks up the ball, runs to the ref, shouts at him, pushes the ref till the ref falls.
Yeah. Oh
Yes. You know you're right with it.
Yeah.
Take the male referee out and put the female referee in. Will we now extend that situation from how we would treat it as if it was a male referee? Or do we also say, all right, because it was female, now this is GBV?
Are you right? No.
You treat if you are aggressive in the game and you assaulted a player or you assaulted when you push the ref, that's part of assault, improper conduct of the game. If you push a male referee, the DC will review the game.
Right.
You are going to either be suspended, fined. If it was a female referee, the same things apply.
Right.
If I don't know, we can't take it to outside the confinement of the disciplinary committee of the league.
Yeah.
It's not a CPS or a situation, right?
And whatever the referee feels that she was violated and she now must to open a case. Do you as the league help her or support her with that? Or do you say, I do it on your own? Or do you like, nah, I don't have
I
it?
think that there's situations that might,
Maybe just before he pushed her,
yeah,
he said something really offensive
very offensive.
and she felt violated by what he said.
Then
Like, I'll grape you.
look,
I think Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
You remember that famous?
Yeah.
Now you mentioned that restaurant there, and then the guy's like, eat your children. You know what? I'll eat your children. I'll rape you. And then push it.
Yeah.
And then she was like, what? This guy said he'll grape?
No, I think she has definitely right to go to be on the league and open different type of tabs.
So let's say, for example,
So should the FAs be in
Even the guy has that right. Even the men different.
when you say I'll eat your children?
Yeah, even him has
My children get it back. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, you do the same.
no. So I was gonna say recently, I think it was a game week 1 with Roy Hodgson at Crystal Palace.
Oh yeah, yes, little thing with the opposition to
Yeah, Hodgson played in, and then he said some things to him.
yeah.
Now, if that player said, this guy said things to me. Even I'm pretty sure the league has these legal areas where if it's physical assault, if it's verbal, if it's whatever, how do they need to use that full structure? Now, if it's violent and it's like, okay, this person is intending to cause harm to this person, then that's outside of their faith. Then you go to court and you make it a thing. Yeah. But if it's within the constraints of the footballing authority, whatever it is, Premier League, La Liga, national, local, doesn't matter. Yeah. Male or female, same punishment, and I must be treated with the same level of severity.
Yes.
If a player punches a male coach,
Right.
you must and then a male player punches a female coach, same punishment. Same punishment and same process.
Severity.
It mustn't be like, okay, what's a woman, it's because at the end of the day, I think to a degree, from a professional standpoint, the player knows what to do and what not to do. The referee knows what to do and what not to do. Right. If either of them cross the boundary, then you must be treated with the same level of discipline.
Did you guys see the Kokonin versus Soros match?
Yeah.
No, I just
That goal at the end.
Did you see the goal in the Costas come on?
No, wait, was that actually a goal?
It was a goal.
Man.
So didn't that player push the keeper into the goal?
Yes. So, but it was momentum of the player. Was it a foul? We did the first.
That's what I was like, hey, but that guy pushed the guy. So what do you expect him to do? Because and again, I think one of the number one rules for refs is protect the keepers.
Protect the keeper.
This area, yeah.
But if you look at what happened, because football is a contact sport, right? And
My man.
and when you jump and I jump, we are going to touch.
Right.
When you land, it doesn't mean I fouled you, but if you land over the line, even if I didn't foul you, now you land over the line, and it becomes very technical because the keeper went into the cross-come shot, keeper jumped, caught the ball, came down. As he's coming down, he lands over the line. But the momentum of this entire motion hasn't ended. And the player pushes, he goes into it. But to me, anywhere else in the field, it's not a foul. Anywhere on that, it's not a foul.
So it should not be a foul.
It should not be a foul. The keeper at that time, because I was thinking, the keeper at that time, he actually he refs the match. He said he has fouled because he held on to the ball over the line. He should have actually pushed the ball out and lent the because now he was able to So, but I was looking at the scuffle that went on.
Yeah.
Who's the also was coach? Steve Hornbeller was
the eloquent.
like he was really ready to fight, and I don't know. I feel that they could have handled the situation better because there was almost a fight.
Yeah.
Then there was a statement made after the match. The guy was interviewing the coach, and you must understand that the community coach is a colored.
Yeah.
So he asked him, you know what? I'm not even gonna go into the whole match. Right. That last incident is what we need to talk about. Right. What did you see?
Right.
He said, man, push.
Hey,
it was a push.
That's it.
No, it was a push.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
But yeah, Yeah.
Oh, that's
That should, it's called for the Monday coaches.
Yeah, no, we should keep it. Yeah, I think I've played it in the 11th year. No, that's fine. That's cool. Yeah, no, this was good.
Yeah.
Fantasy League, joy, Dad, you're getting your ass whipped. Yeah.
Because I've already started, I'm going to power about fitness.
Please, join. N23, amazing prizes to be announced.
Yeah.
Holla. Peace.
Peace, Spy2.